why Reina is best designed. Is the best designed Tekken Newcomer.
If you've been playing Tekken 8
that
recently,
took me a minute.
you've been seeing this
This
character
is by
a lot of her.
Boogard.
Reina has been the most successful newcomer in any
BoogardMG.
modern Tekken game, and it's honestly not even close. I mean, the statistics speak for themselves. She was the most played character for the first month of Tekken 8's release, only recently falling to second place to the infamous Jaguar wrestler. She's been everywhere recently. I can only imagine how much more we're gonna see of her once the Tekken World Tour actually begins. Reina is a rare case of essentially pleasing everyone with a character. She's incredibly popular with newcomers, being one of the most played characters in low ranks, while also having a huge amount of depth for legacy players to sink their teeth into. Being the
I didn't see that many people in low ranks playing her.
This is way more significant than you might think, as the high ranks are usually reserved for mostly Tekken veterans, most of which already have mains chosen, and yet there she is. Legacy players are loving this character. The other recent newcomer in Tekken who struck a chord with many people in recent years was Leroy Smith. Major fall off since getting nerfed in Tekken 7, and even bigger fall off with the release of 8. Oh my god, does anyone play this guy?
Nobody.
It's pretty
there's a few people that do.
Him because he was easy and overpowered. But Reina! She's a very strong character for sure, don't get me wrong, but there's far worse in this game for far less effort, if we're being honest. No, I don't think people are picking her because she's a strong character. But why are people picking up this character at such high rates? I didn't have to go far to answer that question, as just looking at her character in the select screen says a lot. They absolutely hit it out of the park with her visual design. This is how you do a female Mishima. Listen, we're all adults here, and if we're being honest, some of the female character designs in recent years have been a little in your face. But I'm so glad they decided to mostly pivot from this style of character design. Reina just looks amazing.
Yeah,
she actually looks like a fighter, someone who you would be competing with in the King of Iron Fist tournament, while also being attractive. Harada, you can do both. You don't need to make characters like this anymore. So her design is amazing, but what else about this character makes her so incredibly popular? Well, I decided to play her and find out, and after pressing forward 2 more times than you could possibly imagine, I think I figured it out. Whoever designed this character's moveset should be given a medal, because this character, from the perspective of a fighting game character, is masterful. There aren't many characters who simultaneously can give you the rush of hitting an electric, the rush of mixing up your opponent with crazy stance pressure, and the rush of doing cartwheel strings and evasive moves all at once. She really just ticks all the boxes. Amazing animations,
That's a mid-hit,
cool
isn't
combos, that as well. But I think her beauty here really lies in her accessibility. In my opinion, the best fighting game characters are the ones who are easy to pick up, but ridiculously hard to master. I love that feeling of improving alongside my character and learning more and more about them constantly. And
does that say 350
She's one of those characters
Tekken power? 350,000.
Still be learning new stuff. She has generic waifu tools like her down forward 2 and cartwheel, but also has a ridiculous amount of stuff buried deep within her kit. You could focus on understanding her many different stances, when to use each move. You can focus on mastering the Electric Wind God Fist and Wave Dash, which that alone could potentially take years. And there's just so much to this character. But the beauty of her is that she still functions and can thrive in lower level environments, unlike other previously difficult characters in the series. She feels very strong while also having clear weaknesses like her very risky lows, and feels incredibly fun and receptive to play. My brain gets so much dopamine playing this character. Reina is the type of character design who could only be possible in Tekken. She's a Tekken character through and through, and she truly embodies it. It normally takes Tekken characters decades to be as complete as her moveset is, but this is her first game, so I can only imagine what she'd look like in Tekken 9. I can honestly make a full video about how well designed her moveset is, but I'll leave it at that for now. Her moveset is amazing, and is one of the main things drawing new players and old players alike to her in droves. And that's not even to mention her viability as a character. Like I said earlier, she's incredibly strong right now. She has some of the best movement in the game, a 13-frame electric like Kazuya, and forward 2. Oh my god, forward 2. One of the best moves in the game for sure. It's a ridiculous approach option that forces you to guess over and over, and oh look, I just took 100 damage. Holy, her combos are so strong.
Yeah,
she's honestly up there with Dragunov for having
the
best combos in the game. At least it looks cool when I'm getting pummeled. She has Heihachi's forward 4, and that alongside his old down forward 1-2 is ridiculously strong. She for some reason has auto parry during her heat, and oh my god, this animation is so cool. This is like dopamine, the character. How can you not have fun playing her? She has 2 heat smashes.
I don't have a lot of fun playing as Reina, but I've only played her once, I think.
Good luck. She feels like the kind of character who's only going to get better as time goes on. And I'll remind you again, we're barely 2 months into this game. The true competitive scene hasn't even begun yet, and I'm super excited for EVO Japan coming up soon. The future is looking very bright when it comes to the competitive scene of Tekken 8, and I can only imagine her popularity when someone like me or JDCR decides to pick up the character and play them in EVO, and show the world how cool this character really is. But why else are so many people playing her right now? Even before Tekken 8 launched, it was clear that she was going to be popular.
Yeah.
They marketed her incredibly well and used her mystery, that being that she's Heihachi's secret daughter, as a selling point of the game. Which leads us to the story. If you saw my last video on Paul, you'll know I think having a role in the story
people do play Paul Phoenix
when it comes to getting new players to play certain characters. And while it was clear Reina was more in the Tekken 8 story to set up future games, she still had a large presence in the story. And I'm sure that post-credits scene got a lot of people to pick up the character all by itself. It's rare to see a new character strike a chord with such an unusually large audience, and I'm sure Bandai Namco is going to be raking in the cash when they inevitably sell Bikini Reina for $4.99 in the Tekken shop, and I know you will buy it. But seriously, I have to give credit where credit is due. They really did a great job here. Reina honestly makes the other two newcomers look kind of bad in comparison, but don't worry, these two will be getting videos of their own. And
why are you hating on my boy Victor?
If you guys are enjoying this video and want to support my dream of hopefully one day doing this YouTube thing as a job, then please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free to do, and you
subscribe to this guy. You see the graph.
Anyway, back to the video. Again, we're still quite early in the game, so it's too early to say anything for sure, but I have a feeling even if Reina were to be significantly nerfed for some reason, she would still see a very large player base. Unlike Leroy in Tekken 7,
does she still does, I think.
Players who are just in love with the character.
After the third patch.
Awesome to see. It's clear that Reina is here to stay and will almost certainly become a mainstay of the series, and I'm really excited for that. Like I said, I can't wait to see what they do with her in Tekken 9, as it seems they're setting her up to be the main villain in future games. So I was able to go on about how good her design is for this long in her first ever game. I can only imagine how amazing she'll be in future games. Devil Reina has so much potential. It's going to be really interesting to see how this character play rate chart changes throughout the course of Tekken 8, as it's already seen some pretty drastic changes in the first 2 months. While Reina won't always be first place, I'm confident she'll always remain one of this game's most popular characters, and Reina will go down in history as a core part of Tekken 8's identity. From drawing in newcomers to appealing to seasoned
like paying attention to her combos, trying to see what he does.
All I've got today. Honestly, writing this script has just made me love the character even more, and playing her a little bit, I'm seriously considering actually making a deep dive into how masterful her moveset really is from a game design standpoint. But anyway, what do you guys think about Reina? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this character is amazingly designed like I do? Or do you think she's just spammy and you're tired of losing to her in the purple ranks? Let me know in the comments.
Honestly, Reina, she doesn't,
if you did, make sure to like and subscribe to support me.
Like the video, subscribe.
So and I want to give a quick shout out to my YouTube members. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I really couldn't do this without you guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Alright, subscribe to BoogardMG. Good video. I don't see Reina a whole lot in the lower tiers. I don't know if this might be outdated. What year was this made? This was made 9 days ago. So yeah, I mean, I guess Reina's still very popular. Very popular. Good stuff.